The words didn't change much, but the meaning did. Because when Howie Roseman spoke about A.J. Brown this time, it wasn't what he said that stood out. It was what he refused to say. A.J. Brown is a member of the Eagles. That's it. No reassurance, no confidence, no, we're not trading him, just a statement. And for the Philadelphia Eagles, that shift changes everything. Because earlier this offseason, the message was clear, strong, direct. Trading Brown, not very high. That's the kind of language teams use when they want to shut the door. This is different. This is controlled. And in the NFL, controlled usually means calculated. That's where the tension starts to build. Because front offices don't suddenly get quieter unless something has changed. Maybe not publicly, maybe not officially, but internally, conversations evolve. Leverage shifts, options open, and now the Eagles sound like a team keeping options open, not committing, not closing anything. That's the real story, because Brown isn't just another player. He's the identity of the passing game, the physical presence, the player who turns tight coverage into explosive plays. When Jalen Hurts needs a win on the outside, Brown is the answer. You don't move players like that casually. So if the tone is changing, the reason has to be significant. That brings us to the turning point. Roseman didn't deny the possibility, he redirected it. And that's a classic front office move, because by refusing to engage, he does two things at once. He lowers public pressure and quietly maintains leverage. Teams calling about Brown don't hear no. They hear we're listening. And that's dangerous because the moment the league senses availability, even indirectly, the market forms fast. Offers get stronger, conversations get serious, and suddenly a situation that wasn't likely starts becoming realistic. Especially if the price gets high enough. That's the game. For Philadelphia, this isn't just about Brown. It's about timing, cap flexibility, long-term roster balance. If someone overpays, the decision gets harder to ignore. But the risk? Massive. Because if you move Brown, you're not just losing production. You're changing how defenses play you. You're putting more pressure on Hurts. You're asking the offense to evolve overnight. That's not a small adjustment. That's a structural shift. And inside the locker room, players notice that. When a star's future becomes certain, it doesn't stay quiet. It spreads. Questions start forming. Stability starts to feel temporary. That's the impact no one talks about. So now the Eagles are in a delicate spot. Say too much and you lose leverage. Say too little and everyone reads between the lines. And right now, everyone is reading because this wasn't a denial. It wasn't a commitment. It was a pause. And in the NFL, pauses don't happen unless something is still in motion. One sentence, one subtle shift, and suddenly a situation that looked stable doesn't feel that way anymore.